My name's Mark Balbus. I'm the Vice President of Architecture at WWT Asynchrony Labs. I'm also the author of the Agile Architect column at Application Development Trends magazine. And I wanted to give you a preview of the talk that I'm submitting to the Agile 2017 conference called Delegated Authority, an Experiment in Trust and Self-Organization. Now, as part of this talk, we'll go through the process of applying the delegated authority framework and walk through how a team uses that in a chartering session or in other kinds of sessions to understand with their management the boundaries that the team has, where they're allowed to make decisions and what their authority is to make those decisions, and then they will use those defined boundaries to decide for themselves as part of their self-organization how they will make decisions, including things that are very important like conflict resolution. So we'll go through levels of delegation, define what those are. We'll talk about how the team and their management come up with enough granularity around their authority boundaries, because it's not just an all or nothing thing. How they make those decisions about defining the space of those boundaries and defining what they are. And then how the team goes through the process of understanding how they make decisions within those boundaries. But more important than that is the human aspect. So in order to bring the talk to life and make it interesting, I'll talk through this with one particular team that I had the experience of going through this process with and introducing it to them, and discuss the problems that the team was having, because the team was in a bit of a crisis. They didn't really understand what their authority was, where they were allowed to make decisions, where their management was putting constraints on them. They had a lot of confusion from messaging from their management and just internally how they wanted to work together. So we'll talk about the personalities involved. We'll talk about what the team looked like before this delegated authority process. We'll talk about how we went through that process with the team, and then ultimately the final result and what the experience was of those individuals and how that changed how the team worked together. Now, part of this talk is to be participatory and to have the audience involved and share their own experiences, so that this isn't just me as a talking head telling them about this, but actually allowing them to discover for themselves challenges that they have within their own teams and organization in terms of self-organization and understanding and working with this framework within our talk to understand how they can apply it, so that when they walk out, they have a much better idea of how this concept can apply to them as they take it back home. So that's my talk, Delegated Authority, an Experiment in Trust and Self-Organization, and I hope that I'll see you at the Agile 2017 conference.